Yo everyone, we're back of Trails Through Daybreak. Last time, we finished doing our rounds around town, and then we ended up getting a call from Catre, who ended up being cornered into a mine. In the depths of a mine. In which we went and saved his tiny little, funny little, cute face. And yeah, now he is here guiding us around town on our way to the Institute of Science. But first off, we have a few people to talk to around here. Oh my god, it's frickin' Luke from the Layton series.
I'm so glad Katre's okay. You were the ones who helped him, right? Are you his friends?
More like acquaintances. He's been helping us out a bit. What about you, kid? Your mom or pop work here?
His name's Nat, Riel's younger brother. He just can't keep himself out of the factory, so he tags along with her a lot. Vehicles especially pique his interest. Yeah, they're making a big robot here now, right? I want to see it. Come on, let me see.
We've all warned Riel that Nat shouldn't be walking around the shop floor, but she just can't say no to him. And they do a lot of top secret work here. They turn a blind eye to him because he's family, but still.
Hey Nat, just don't get too close to anything, okay? You don't want to make people worried. Okay. I really like this workshop. My sister works here, and they make these really cool cars sometimes too. Sometimes they tell me it's dangerous and I shouldn't walk around, but everyone's really cool here.
Sorry, I don't know how to do a Luke voice. I've only played like the Phoenix Wright and Layton crossover game, so it's been a long time since I've even had to hear that little twerp.
I'm really sorry for how hostile we were earlier. It's just, our work here is extremely confidential. After saving Catra, though, we owe you the keys to the whole damn town. So if you need any work done in your ornaments, just let us know. We're happy to help.
Whoa, really? Isn't this the best workshop in Basel or something?
That it is. Eugen here is Supervisor Giscard's right-hand man. He's one of the most skilled engineers in the whole country. I can personally vouch for that.
Wow, I'm honored.
Damn, sick deal. Hey, you couldn't give us a friend of an employee discount, could you?
I can't go quite that far, I'm afraid. And really, I'm not that good, am I?
I don't know, don't sell your short there, man. I like how the camera just kind of settled here, so it looks like he's just a generic that doesn't even get eyes, but then I panned out, I was like, no, they're there.
Catcher is a familiar face here. We helped develop his orbital drones. Though really, he did most of the work. We just helped to manufacture the parts themselves.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. You were an immense help with testing and debugging. It was a team effort. I couldn't have finished them without all of your help.
Don't sell yourself short. At any rate, Catcher's like family to all of us here. Theo and Zeros, too.
Well, that's cool. You're a cool individual.
You don't need to be shy now.
I will never be shy. Insufficient Mira, I'm washed again, god damn it. Give me my cash, bitch. I need my cash. I need my stuff, my free billet, my free crap.
You don't need to be shy now.
Oi, oi, oi. Alright, what else we got? U material, I need attack 2.
See you again.
Oh well. Not today, I suppose.
Thank you much for rescuing Catre. I was really worried when I heard he'd gone down to the mine all by himself.
Hey, we got a card rank upgrade out of it. I think it worked out pretty well for us.
I really wish you'd just turned back when things got ugly, though. Your drones can't do everything out there. We were all worried to death. What if you'd gotten hurt?
You're right. I'm not sure what I was thinking. I'm really sorry for worrying you. I felt like I had to act. It didn't feel right to sit back and do nothing. I know, and that's really admirable of you. You're such a big help to everyone here. But don't risk yourself for other people like that, okay? We're here to help you when you need it too. That's sweet. Most of the people who work here are on the older side, so I really like having someone my age as a friend. I didn't even realize you were around the same age. I mean, I guess you do, now that I look at it closer, you do look around the same height and age. It just, maybe it's the glasses or something, but it gave like a more of an age of maturity, like they're in their 20s or something like that. Let's see. What else we got here? I think we just got one more person to talk to in here, and it's the man himself. The guy who I said voiced like Germa.
You know, I don't take kindly to outsiders, but a friend of Catray's is a friend of mine. I owe you that much for saving his life. Might have to ask you wear a blindfold here on the floor, though. Top secret stuff going on here.
That might be a little dangerous.
Hey, you're not as crotchety after all. Nice to have a friend in you, old bud.
Same here. Of course, you cause any trouble and you'll be right back out the door. You're showing him off, Catray. Just be careful with that. You know the drill. Eugen's got you covered if your drones need fixing.
Thank you. I really do appreciate you always looking out for me.
I'm still not over the fact that Catray is apparently the grandson of Hamilton. Like, that hasn't left my mind. That is still fresh in there. Like, what the hell?
Catray's like a grandson of me and walk through Gehenna for that kid. This stuff's the least I can do. I'm sure you'll be just fine out there, lad, but be careful.
Aw, sweet old coot. You got someone to talk to down here.
Hey, Catra. Mind lending me a hand sometime today?
Oh, that's cool.
Sure, I'll drop by again later.
That's cool that there's this, like, it's kind of, like, similar to what we got in Lawnport with Aaron. He's lived here all his life, so he just kind of knows everyone. Ah, are you showing those good people around the city, too? I thought I saw you with a different group of students earlier.
That's right. These guys have some business at the Institute themselves. They lent me a hand when I ran into some trouble earlier, so I figured I'd thank them.
I see. Well, that sounds good. You just look so busy lately, it's hard not to worry about you. I hear the whole Institute is busier than ever. Everyone's been gray under the eyes as of late.
Sure, Heidi, but why are you looking at this brigand and not me?
Oh, he's just kind of a stud.
I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine, really. I know my limits, and I'm making sure not to overstep them.
Well, if you're sure, you just take care of yourself, alright? You wouldn't want to burn yourself out, especially at your age. Professor Hamilton would hate to hear that.
Huh. Catray's really hot shit. Makes me wonder all the more why the CEO's acting like he is. And the Institute's rubbing me the wrong way, too.
Interesting. Let's ignore the giant red exclamation mark triangle thingamabob. And let us instead go up this way. What do you have to say, sir?
Are you showing these folks around, Catray?
That's right. They're conducting an investigation here. One of them was also a student here on an educational visitation.
An investigation, you say? Wouldn't have anything to do with those Orban issues as of late, would it? They weren't contracted by a Vern company or a workshop, were they? I can't imagine Tossend asking for outside help. I'm guessing it was either one of those, or maybe a Vern shareholder acting alone. Blech.
Smart cookie. Used to be an artisan, if I had to guess. Sounds like he's learning a lot about the inner workings from his years on the job.
Well, not this way.
Don't you want me to take you to the Institute?
I do like that,
Yeah, of course. Lead the way.
I like that despite the fact that, like, Catray's doing most of the talking with these NPCs, Van still has, like, his inner dialogue that he's going through and whatnot, you know? It's a nice little touch having him, like, have this stuff go through his mind and just getting to see his inner thoughts even if he isn't the primary focus. Oh, hey, look, it's Potential Man.
That wasn't fair. You cheated. You didn't outdrive me at all. Hey, a win's a win. You're such a sore loser. You always win against me. I deserve to win too.
Easy.
Sorry for butting in like that. Maybe next time we can give Millie a little chance to a little boost to balance it out, okay?
But that wouldn't be fair either. I just want to beat him fair and square, okay?
Hey, don't take it out on him for helping. Why can't you just suck it up?
This is just great.
Huh. Didn't expect to find one of Elaine's coworkers in an argument with some kids.
He looks like he could use a hand, too.
Hey, buddy. Hey, fancy running into you here. What happened to the hot shit bracer I bumped into earlier? Can't break out an argument between a couple kids? You! Goddess of all people. If you just want to laugh at me, you can do that later. I'm on official business, so get lost.
No, not at all. I apologize for interrupting you. It's just that you looked like you were in need of help. So, what are you two arguing about? We heard a bit of the conversation, but could you fill us in?
We race each other with RC cars a lot. But Milia's way too good a racer, so she usually wins. She really whooped me today, so I was down in the dumps. But then this really cool bracer came over and offered to help.
Well, aren't you a model bracer, huh? The kids love you. I headed back to the guild after I ran into you guys, but then I came across these two after I started my rounds. The boys' car is a Lino land carrier, just like the one we use in the guild. I can't deny it got me a little curious. One thing led to another, and I kinda lent him a hand. Huh, didn't know they made RC versions of those. I dig it, even the little tykes can wheel these around.
You know what? Yeah, RC cars are cool. It does seem like they made unique models for it. I kind of expected them to just turbo downsize the actual vehicles, but no, there's like some differences on those.
Wait, hold up a second. Is that a Nightbreaker?
Oh, now you mention it, yeah. It looks exactly like your car, just a different color. They make radio-controlled versions of those too? Yep, they do. I'm a big fan of this model.
Hey, you know what's up? When it comes to power, you can't beat an Ingert.
Oh my god, are we gonna get like a Van versus Alvis RC car race? That would be the funniest shit, please. Oh yeah, totally agree with you.
What am I watching?
Katri just doesn't know what's going on. He's like not connected to anyone. He's like, what?
So yeah, today was just different. I followed the advice the bracer gave me and I won. I actually won. I beat her for the first time in forever. But Milia's being a real sore loser about it. I beat her fair and square.
You didn't beat me fair and square. You had a coach. I've always beaten you all by myself. But now I'm supposed to accept I lost because you got an adult to help you? How is that fair?
Oh, come on. It sucks losing all the time. Just let me have this.
Beat me by yourself first. If you're happy to cheat, then go race in the Cheaters Club. You can win all you want there.
Hey, you want to say that again? Just because you're a girl doesn't mean I won't beat you up.
And then he got reported to the authorities and got shoved into a timeout.
Look, I'm sorry. I realize in retrospect that I shouldn't have gotten involved. So, yeah, this is how it's been for the last minute or so.
Yeah, that's a bit of a conundrum, isn't it?
I got an idea, actually. How do you feel about pairing up with me, young lady? Yeah, this is what I'm hoping for. Alvis takes the boy, and then we've got a perfectly fair 2-on-2 rematch.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that works for me. With an adult on my side too, it'll actually be fair.
Excellent idea, Mr. Arkwright. This should help them race each other more fairly.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Guess a broken clock's right twice a day. I see right through you, though. You don't just do things out of the kindness of your heart. Shit, he sees that. He's seeing through the fact that I want to play with RC cars. Fuck, what do I do? You've got an ulterior motive, don't you? No. My intentions are as crystal clear as that pickup's paint job. I just don't like seeing my favorite truck lose a rigged race. That's all there is to it, man. Justice.
You know, that toes a fine line between genuine swagger and just idiocy.
Yeah, it does that. I've just kind of gotten used to it. Actually, no, I kind of haven't. I haven't really been here long enough. Hey, Anias, have you gotten used to it?
Yeah, no. I haven't really thought about it much.
So basically, you've turned off your brain and you just kind of let it go as is.
I guess.
Figures. Well, that works for me. I guess if I sort of squint, I can see your point. So, how do you two feel about it? Does that sound good?
Sign me up. I want to show him who's boss. It'll be me and him versus the two of you.
Me too. Last time wasn't just a fluke, watch.
Alright, we've got ourselves a match.
I won't lose this time.
Prove it.
That's a relief. The kids are calmed down, now that we figured out a resolution to all this. But now I'm indebted to a Spriggan of all people. Don't let this get to your head, you hear? This doesn't even register in my balance sheet. Just don't hold back, you hear? I'm not going easy on you. This is about more than just you and me or those two kids. It's Lino versus Ingert.
And us Ingert fans, we don't take a loss lying down. Yeesh, you're way more into this than I am. But hey, you've got a point. This is a chance to settle our differences for good and all. So you know what? Bring it.
Wow, everyone's really pumped for this. Dude, I actually really enjoy Alvis. He's just a really fun, like, dude who just has beef with Van for no reason. I think his beef is mainly just because he likes Elaine too, and he just kind of thinks he's losing. I mean, which he is. But, like, I don't know. I think that's probably the driving force behind his hatred for Van, aside, like, he hides it behind a veil of him being a Spriggan and whatnot, but I feel like the real reason is jealousy or something like that.
Van can't help himself when it comes to cars, as we are all aware. It would be nice if this helped him get along better with Alvis, too.
Sadly, this is optional, so I doubt that.
We should start by finding a suitable race course. What did you use for your match earlier?
It was right here, just a really straight and narrow sprint. I do think we should go somewhere else. We need a proper circuit for this.
Yeah, something nice and open. I want that too, but I don't know where. There aren't many open spaces where we won't be getting in anyone's way.
I might have an idea, actually. I know a venue that might be willing to host us. I'm not 1,000% sure, but it's worth asking. Follow me, everyone. I'll see if I can get permission.
Hold off. I just want to make sure.
That works for me, but can we come back to this a bit later? We got some other stuff.
All right.
I just want to save.
Sure, I'm in.
Great. To Newtown, then. That's where this venue is.
Time to go solve some problems.
Why are you chiming in, buddy? You're not part of Arkwright's solution yet.
Oh god, it's the guy that looks like Kraus Umineko. Alright, I think I gotcha. So, you want a venue for your RC race?
Yes, the pavilion has hosted RC races in the past, if memory serves. Would you be willing to lend us an event space for a race of our own? Ah, now it's making sense. Well, how could I refuse a request from you, Catre? I'll talk to the administrator and see what I can do.
Oh shit, this is Petra. Fuck, I'm not doing my squeaky ass voice. Our schedule's pretty quiet right now, so there shouldn't have a problem with it. Fuck.
Oh my god. Let's make this the best race you've ever seen.
Yay, thank goodness. Now I really can't wait.
Huh. Didn't think you had inroads with the pavilion. Nice job calling in those IOUs, Catre.
They do come in handy. I should specify, though, this is more for me. The pavilion works closely with the Institute in the workshop, so we're well acquainted.
Out of curiosity, what kind of RC cars are you breeding?
I don't know why I'm doing this voice. It sounds nothing like what I'm actually going for. I'm just doing like the most unguided, high-pitched voice that I can manage.
I'll be using my Lino Land Carrier. And I've got an Ingot Nightbreaker pickup.
Oh, wow!
Lino and Ingot? Seriously?
What? Is that a problem? What's with the alarm? You know those makes, right? I'm going for a different voice. This doesn't work either. Fuck, I hate everything. I'm a Lino employee who has loved this company for 20 years.
I'm an Ingrid employee and a fanatic in my own right. And Petra and I get a little spirited when we debate over the two. We'll have a drink and some snacks and just go to town. If this is a battle between Lino and Ingrid, then we have to treat this seriously.
You bet. This is company pride we're talking.
Oh yeah, this race has big implications way beyond just RC stuff. It's two bitter rivals going at it, and for these young'uns, that can make or break their brand allegiances. It's serious stuff.
It was.
That sounds a bit extreme. I really don't think it's quite that important.
I like the fact that Van almost went usual crude mode, and then he realized, wait, kids, rein it in.
Yeah, they've lost me. Oh, I have an idea. We have some aftermarket parts over in the storehouse. I'll let you two have a sneak peek on me. Don't tell anybody, okay?
Oh, would you mind giving us some time to work out the track? We want to make sure it's perfect as can be.
Sure.
By all means.
Yeah, thanks a lot. A few minutes later.
Oh, it's time. We're gaming.
I'll go over the rules one more time, just to be safe. Team Dick and Team Milia will compete in a 2-on-2 relay format. After 2 laps, the first racer will hand the controller to the second. Then they will complete 2 more laps for 4 total. The finish line will be right here at the start. Understood?
So, Dick and Milia will lead off their respective teams.
Yeah, then Van and Alvis will compete against each other in the second leg.
I'm getting really excited. Who's gonna win?
Racers, on your marks. Get set. Go!
We're playing the intense ass music for this.
Man, they're really fired up. You said it. I'm glad they're having fun. Wait, why am I being all buddy-buddy with you? We're not allies anymore, we're enemies!
Sure.
With that, the race was off to a thrilling start.
Whoop his ass!
Milia climbed out to an early lead with their Nightbreaker. But after negotiating the turns, Dick's land carrier began to catch up down the lawn straight. He had swapped out its stock motor for an aftermarket sport engine boasting much stronger acceleration. The track favored straight line speed with its series of straightaways, allowing Dick to pull ahead of Milia after the first lap. Not to count Milia out, she closed the gap in the corners with her skillful driving. She had cut the deficit, but she still lagged behind Dick's souped-up machine as their leg of the race came to a close.
I'm leading. Alvis, I did it.
You sure did. Leave the rest to me, buddy.
Dang it. You win this round, Dick. Go get him, Van.
You got it. Give me some nice momentum to work with.
Fuck him up!
With the third lap underway, Van and Alvis tested their mettle.
I should have expected as much from a Lino employee's special customization. They really understand this thing's unique qualities.
Same here. I'm kind of giving Alvis too much of like a Aaron voice. But neither side has a clear advantage. There's no ace in the hole. Oh shit.
What the?
Sorry to interrupt. Both of these cars are designed to go off-road, so what's the point in keeping them on the road?
Paved roads are hardly their natural habitat, so we decided to spice up the track. This puts every facet of your cars to the test.
Oh, that's rad. You guys know how to put on a race.
Wow, that's so cool. Man, I wish I could have raced on this. I wonder how I'd have done.
Okay. Built up a little lead here. Gotta protect that. No mistakes.
I don't want to go about this. That cardboard's a big old roadblock, but I'm already behind. What's the play here? Slowly drive around it? Usually, promoting safety is the way to go in these things. I know they're cardboard boxes and we could probably just push them, but I'm missing a bank on not being able to do that. I can't risk a flip here. Ah, fuck.
Ha! You drive like my mom. You won't close the gap like that. Got the off-road bit coming up next.
This is gonna be good.
LCs chew these roads for breakfast.
I can't push my grip on the surface, but I can't afford to give up any ground either. Do I hold steady or do I punch it? Gotta be patient here.
I just can't shake him.
Last big curve coming up. The inside line is less distance, but he's gonna want it too. We've been taking the back line here. I think it's time to go for it.
I'll take that inside lane, thank you. Oh no you don't, that corner's mine. Ah, fuck me.
It's good. Got the bottom covered up.
In that case, got one last saves on my sleeve. Get a load of my twin turbo. What the? How'd you get that? Is that even allowed? Yo, this is sick. Wonder if I can get one of these for my truck.
Don't you whine to me about the rules. Anything goes, right?
Huh? I've never seen a pot like that. Wow, he's really proud of that.
He was off chatting with Chamberlain about something earlier. I suppose that's what it was.
Was that just kind of like a way to win no matter what? Did I like miss out? There was probably like extra BP or whatnot.
You were sitting on that one for a while, huh? But how? I swapped the motor and everything. I win.
Okay, never mind. Okay, so I did mess up and it's like, ah, shit. Alright, that's fine.
All 4 of you really put on a show there. But in the end, only one team can be the winner.
On with the results. Lino versus Ingert, the winner of this White Hot Rally RC race is the Lino team, led by Captain Dick. We did it! We actually beat her! Thank you so much, Alvis. You're an amazing driver.
Hey, it wasn't all me, buddy. You did pretty good yourself. Whew. Well, I gave her my best shot. I had plenty of fun, though.
Me too. I've never been that pumped up for a race before, and I learned a lot from how you drive. But I want to race you again, Dick, one-on-one. What's that? You want to lose again? Well, sure.
Well, that was quite the show. I wasn't expecting to end up so invested. Yeah, but I think we've hogged the pavilion long enough with that. Let's bounce. Yeah, I should get back to my rounds. Okay, let's head back to the artisanal district and race there.
Yeah, good idea. Well, I'm glad they've mended things. I like that big fight. It's like that big fight from before never happened.
That ballooned a bit, didn't it? But hey, all's well that ends well. I really owe you guys for that.
That's our line. How could we say no to a race between 2 of the auto industry's biggest rivals?
Orbital cars aren't just machines, they're the future. They're something that kids and adults both can appreciate. That race was exactly what the Motor Pavilion is all about, spreading the joys of motoring to all.
Come on back soon, will ya?
Grand Prix may have ended, but Dick and Millie still hungered for racing. Then made for the Institute.
Well done, everyone.
Alright, I suck and I didn't get my SP. I only got 1 SP. I know I can get more. Don't worry, I have faith. Also, I got law level 2 finally. Jeez, that took a long while. Alright, let's see what we have here.
You're a real great driver. You handle my ingot like it was nothing. I wish I could drive like you. I'll just have to keep at it. I gotta keep practicing against Dick. I can't let my driving skills get rusty.
That you can't. Anyways, I'm gonna reload. Ride the outside.
You want the inside line? Fine, take it.
What, you trying to get a run on the outside? Bit late for that. I've got the finish line waiting right there for me.
Get a load of this.
Blah, 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 blah. Alright, I changed the first one.
I win.
Wait, what? Oh, did I still fuck it up? That feels like a thing that I should be able to win. Hold up. I'm gonna have to keep trying that. Gotcha, bitch! I can't believe... So apparently I just had to get it all... I just had to get all the... I can't believe he said that. Gotcha, bitch. Like, he's in a race in like a kid's little RC car race. And he just says that. Like, dude was literally trying to hold himself back in front of the kids, and then he just says that. So yeah, I guess I can use the... I only could choose that second one if I did the previous ones correctly, too.
You little... I've got one last ape up my sleeve.
Get a load of this again. Alright. Wow, he's really proud of that. Alright, that's this again.
You're mine!
Alright, got it perfect. Let's fucking go. It took me enough tries, but I knew there was some way to do it.
Wow, we really did it. They had us there, but you outdrove them in the second half. Way to go.
It was nothing. Thanks for letting me tear up the course with your Nightbreaker. I hate to admit it, but you have me beat. Maybe I owe you some respect as a gearhead. Maybe.
Man, you're a really good driver, Alvis. I want to learn how you race like that. But I am not losing to you again, Milia. Best 2 out of 3. You're on.
Well, that was quite the show. I wasn't expecting to end up so invested.
Alright, let's bounce. Get back to my rounds. Alright, there we go. Now we did
That's
it
one
proper.
job behind us.
And I get my two SP. There we go. That's what you like to see. Took me a bit, but hey. LGC alignment. Getting some progress there. What else? What? Really great driver. Drive like you. Gotta practice it. Alright. Basically the same now. We just gotta deal with that. Interesting. It only really lets me go there, huh? We have one singular NPC to talk to. Just one little person. And it's... Oh, what? What do you mean? I can't talk to the person that's over there. Oh, well. Fine, I guess I can do the plot after I check what's... Oh, right. Law alignment. Adoy. Alright. Time to get our ways on. Institute of Science. Not like we got much else to do. Get to take a ride. I'm gonna take it for a ride. I'm guessing we're gonna have a bit of a chat on here or something. Considering how everyone else wanted to use one of them. Would be kind of silly if we didn't at this point.
Whoa, we're so high up.
Hey, voice acting him in.
This is kind of nice. It's the kind of thing you'd only find here. Professor Hamilton designed this, right?
Oh, I'm impressed you knew.
Yeah. Knows quite a bit. More than one would expect. Damn, decent sights here. Uh-oh.
Is something wrong?
I feel like Rosette's about to see
Not at
something.
all. It's just that while I've heard about everything here, seeing the whole world with your own eyes for the first time is without doubt an unparalleled experience. Hmm?
That... Aw.
I know what you mean. I feel the same.
Was she,
way
like,
after
shut
diving
into
into
her
the world of
company
a
or
good
something?
book for the first time.
Was she, like, just a pencil pusher to the extreme and she hasn't seen a lot of the world? Maybe her meeting us in Tharbad and everything is, like, one of the first times she's gotten out properly. That would explain why her and Van only talked to each other for, like, a year. Or, like, they've only met each other in person for the first time in Tharbad. That could explain it if she was, like, somehow a shut-in. It's interesting to think about, though. Here we are, the Basel Institute of Science, the place where much of the Republic's most cutting-edge research gets done. It's situated in such a beautiful location, too. The views of the canyon from here are just stunning. Yeah, this area is supposed to be popular with tourists for exactly that reason. Though they need a card right now. This isn't that bad of a spot to sightsee, I guess, but there's no real place to live it up in town. Oh, speaking of tourism, what's that rounded building over there? I've been wondering this whole time. That's the Astronomy Observatory. That's the place where you look at the stars, right? That's right. There's a very powerful telescope there that lets you see far more of them than you could with the naked eye. There are many who believe that astronomy is the discipline from which all others draw their roots, even if others disagree. It actually originated in the Central East, if you didn't know. Whoa, really? Pretty sure they were big on stargazing that fallen empire to the east back in the day, too. This is turning out to be very educational. Huh. So, where would you like to start? I'd be happy to show you around if you want. What was Van making a comment here? Is it because was Catray looking at something, or did Catray just notice that Van noticed something? Weird. Nah, it's fine. We're just gonna wander around for a while and see what we find. If you can tell us where the main facilities and research labs are, that'd be plenty. Well, if you're sure. They're marked on the building's map already, but here you go. Well then, I've got work of my own to take care of, so I'll get going for now. If anything comes up, you're always welcome to contact me on my Zypha. Thanks. See ya, buddy. Aw, I was hoping we would stay with him longer. He knows so many cool things. I feel the same way, but it would be difficult. Yeah, he's just gonna get in the way when we start poking our nose around in dark places. I doubt we're gonna get any new 4 SPGs here, but here's hoping we can learn more about this abusive professor, wherever they are. Let's get to work. Remember to act casual and not make it obvious what we're here for.
Understood.
Alright. Wow, a lot of new people to talk to. Aerotram. We got one person to talk to up here, it would seem. Oh, it's you again.
Hey, Alvis. Any luck with that job I gave you?
Wait, what? You're still not done? What were you... taking care of some kids? I mean... okay, I guess that's fair. Anyways, I've got another job for you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I saw someone looking suspicious on the edge of town. Oh, is that what Rosette saw, maybe? I don't know.
Could you have a look around and see if you find anything? Thanks. Give Regina my regards, too.
No need to go overboard. It might just be nothing, but better safe than sorry, of course. I'll head back to the guild in about 30.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, you can fill me in when you get back.
Alright.
Shop in here, see if we get anything. Get one item at least. Can't quite go that way. I will say, I love the verticality to this place. How we go up to like this whole isolated area and stuff.
Not this way.
Though, that's kind of interesting. Wait, is that the same? No, that's the same area over there. So we could just walk across the bridge. Though I guess there's like a ticket thing to pass over on that. But overall, there's a nice verticality and I like the different levels we have to this place.
I thought Athena might be here by now, but nope, no sign of her. She's the shy one, is the thing. I was hoping it'd go smoothly since the higher-ups are all on board with it, but evidently not. I get she's nervous, but really there's nothing for her to worry about. She needs to just relax. Though she did say she was working on some other project too. Maybe she's just real busy? I don't know. The net is pretty widespread now, but international calls still have a lot of kinks to work out. It can make meeting a bit difficult. We're working with Vern to make a new comms protocol that maximizes bandwidth and makes those long-distance calls easier. I was hoping Athena would be here by now, but she was busier than when we originally.
Hey, I'm walking on the grass. You cleaned all this, but look at I'm ruining it. Oh, never mind, there's another person ruining it out here. Well, now I'm not as original when I'm doing that. They always tell you not to step on the grass in places like this, so I thought I'd be quirky.
This feels relaxing.
Hearing Kaiji Tane come out of that face does not feel right. I don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of cases where I see NPCs and I'm just like, certain voices would not fit these models.
This campus is just as big as I expected.
Let's take a look around. Gotta check out all the spots that kid mentioned.
Welcome to the Bassos Institute of Science. Are you here to speak with researchers or students here? We're a bit busy in the usual part of us. We have a number of students visiting at the moment. But if there's anything I can help you with, please do let me know. The hallway behind me leads to the Special Research Building. That building is off limits, I'm afraid. The Institute conducts confidential research there. If you have any mission with the staff inside, the guard there will be happy to help you.
Thanks. Oh my god. Lionel.
It's such a shame the wonders of fungi go unrecognized. I've been trying to secure funding for my research, but to no avail. I swear my lab is the only one in the entire biochem building that gets so routinely snubbed. What gives? Professor Esmeré, Professor Oriele, they're just swimming in grants, eh? But the limitless potential of fungi goes untapped for another day. Woe is me. Why, SpongeBob? I just don't understand it. Time and time again, they go unnoticed. Not even Tane has anything nice to say about them. What is this, some bizarre prejudice? Anti-fungism? Is there really no one else on this earth who appreciates them like I do?
You seem like a pretty fun guy, is all I can say. I should get smacked for that one. What else we got? Intriguing. Whoa.
Everybody's gotta eat, right?
Meryl.
Hello there, and welcome to my kitchen. Everyone loves the food we serve here, or at least I thought they did, but we have had one poorly looking dinner recently. He works in the special research building, and he's been eating a lot less lately. He looks terrible. He and his assistants always used to have these voracious appetites too. What happened to them? Sugar is popular among the researchers here. Eggheads need their glucose. We try to give them a healthy dose without going too overboard. We've been getting a lot of tired-looking visitors lately too, so we're trying to make comfortable, easy-to-digest dishes for them.
Egguhedo. Hardy Dorja. Oh, that's Doria. Doria!
Thanks a bunch.
No problem. Let's see, who else we got here? We got a few more people we can talk to on the bottom floors here. Alright.
Lucas. Professor Cronkite's theses are like these windows into the future. It's crazy just how smart he is. His foresight really helps him get ahead of the curve and develop new technologies before people even realize they need them. I doubt I'll even be half the scholar he is, but I really want to learn what I can from him all the same. Dad's factory is a relic of the past. It has nothing to do with me, and I have no reason to cling to it. I wish Dad wasn't so stubborn. All I'm saying is that he should be more forward-thinking, but nope. He's always trying to push the factory onto me, trying to tie me down to his old business. Time marches on. If he doesn't get with the times, they'll leave him behind.
Alright, Mosshead, say hi to Klaus. I hope you have the Franklin badge on, jerk. Let's see. Oh, these three. Hello.
Oh, hello everyone. I didn't think I'd run into you all here.
We just finished touring... Oh, jeez. Blech. One sec.
We just finished touring the Epstein Foundation and ZCF branches here, so now we're taking a brief tour of the Institute. There's really not much we can do though, since we can't attend any of the lectures here. Being honest, it's rather boring.
Boring for you, maybe. You sound like you already know about a lot of the stuff here. We're not as encyclopedic as you know. All this Epstein and ZCF stuff is brand new to me.
She's just full of secrets, isn't she? But hey, we got to see and learn some really cool stuff because of it. Ren said she might have some extra special for something extra special for us after we're done here too. Might is the key word, mind. I can't make any promises. What does she mean by that?
Beats me. I'm not too worried about her. Let her do her thing and us do ours.
That Epstein Foundation was really something special. We got to hear lots of interesting stories at the ZCF branch too. Ren said that her best friend works there even. She had so many of those connections. It's really mysterious, but hey, I'm not complaining.
So, how's everything been going on your end, Anias? If it all gets to be too much, you can join back up with us, okay? Miss Perfect is Miss Popular too, huh?
Thanks, Albert, but I'm fine right now, honestly.
Well, alright. Glad to hear that. Just, I worry sometimes. There's some dangerous stuff out there, so don't go charging into all that, okay? We'll always be here for you. I can't tell if Albert is actually just an overprotective friend or if he also has a crush on Agnes. They don't make as big of a deal of it as they do with like a Catre, but it does seem like they kind of lean towards it. He did promise me earlier, but I can't guarantee it'll happen just yet. You never know with how plans can change. Still, I can hardly think of a place in Basel I'm more interested in, so it's worth a shot. What is she cooking? Also, I didn't realize how freaking like shiny Ren's eyes are. I mean, I know that she's called Kitty, but she really does have like some cat eyes with how freaking shiny they are. I guess there's quite a few characters in this game that have shiny eyes. Rosette has some pretty shiny ones.
Indeed.
Aaron, kind of. There's a lot of like yellow-eyed characters in this game. What the hell's your problem? Moritz.
Success. There was a super quick reaction there. Way quicker than I expected. That bodes well. It means it's even more flammable than I first thought. I've got a winner on my hands. Just gonna take a swig of my special juice to recharge. Then I'll be right back in action.
Moritz produced a vial of something from his coat pocket and downed it with gusto.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh yeah! I can feel my cells supercharging. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? Controlled substance? Pfft, no worries there. Can't be controlled if it's not for human consumption in the first place. I'm onto something with this, I swear. It's the perfect pick-me-up after my explosion test. It was meant to be, I tell you. What's Professor Relay's problem? I asked to study under her and she dismisses me like, "You're just an artist in a lab coat." But what's so wrong about that? It's art. What's more beautiful than great balls of fire? Goodness gracious, I say. That's what chemistry boils down to. It's a subtle art of making things go boom. Surely a fellow chemist would understand that. Bet. You know who else loves chemistry? My mom!
Just freaking Doppler effect as I'm running away from that fucker. Also, surely that guy won't be trouble in the future. He seems like a very well-adjusted and normal individual. Let's see.
Not this way.
Special research building. Oops. Authentication error. Authentication error. This card can't get us in there. Someone destroying out here. Got a lot of people in lab coats around here. Big shock. Let's see. Yeah, that guy's a professional chemist. He should end up in Gotchard. Actually, no. Wait, no, it is chemistry. It's alchemy, but that's, you know, still applications that work for it. I think that's almost everyone we can talk to, but we do have like 1 or 2 other people.
This door here leads to the special research building. They do a lot of top secret research in there, so it's closed to the general public.
Seems this building requires a high-level security clearance than the rest of the city.
Top secret, huh? Sounds like the perfect place to harass your coworkers and get away with it. Wouldn't jump to conclusions, but yeah, it's worth looking into. Let's ask around and see what the people around here know.
I work as an assistant in Professor Arquette's lab over there. I've noticed some troubling things coming out of the other labs, though. This one woman, she's looked absolutely drained of it every day. I wish there was something I could do to help her, but I really shouldn't go butting into others' lab business. I just hope she has someone she can talk to, be it a coworker, a professor, or someone else.
That's a bit fishy there, might have to ask him.
And what about it?
Workplace harassment? Goodness. I've heard these bits and pieces, but I'm a bit nervous to talk about it.
We won't tell anyone, don't worry. Anything helps.
I've heard a loud shouting from one of the other labs, yes. It stunned me out of the work I was doing. I heard stuff like, "You idiots, can't you do anything, right?" And, "You're a disgrace to the Institute, get out." He's just lashing out at everything and everyone now. It's really disturbing.
Which professor was the one doing that?
I just can't say it, sorry. If they found out it was me, I'd have hell to pay. It's really gnawing at me. The abuse is only getting worse and worse from what I'm told. I've heard the works. Fatigue, depression, exhaustion. Even a couple researchers fainted on the job. That whole department looks visibly shaken these days. The stress is just too much for them. I worry they'll end up like Cindy.
Cindy? What happened to her?
She's at a breaking point from what I hear. I hardly see her at the Institute anymore. We've all been trying to support her however we can, but it's rough. It really is.
Damn. Yeah, that's not good.
Who's the professor helping her out of curiosity? That would be Professor Esmere. She's in the bioengineering department. She's known the world over for her cutting-edge research. A real upstanding woman. She's always up to her neck in her own work, though. She probably doesn't know the extent of the abuse at the other labs.
Yeah, thanks for filling us in. This still helps us a lot.
Alright. What else we got? Sorry, I got a bit of a stuffy nose today. I remember seeing you at that Orbital Cafe. Oh shit, it's you! Hey, what's up, girl? Damn, I didn't think I'd be seeing you outside of that freaking Orbital Cafe. I live over here in Basel. I didn't expect to see you here too. My family lives over in the capital, so I'm out there a lot, both to visit them and do my civil engineering research. I'll be cooped up here for a while though. I've got a big paper to finish.
She's a student here, huh? We should try talking to her.
She's cooped up here for a while. I wonder if that means that she's gonna be around for the rest of the game in Edith, or if she's just not gonna show up until like Daybreak 2 after this. It's really cool that she's like a required NPC for like the plot though after all this.
Can we talk?
Like that's really interesting. A professor abusing their authority, you say? That's a bit of a stretch to me, not gonna lie. I can say for certain that Professor Cronkite and Professor Tane would never do that. It can't be them.
Oh, what makes you so sure of that?
Well, so Professor Cronkite's a man of few words, so he can come across as kind of scary. But he means well, really. I mean, he's one of the greatest minds of our time. He lives and breathes science. And then Professor Tane is just really friendly to everybody. He's always looking out for people. He's known the world over for his work in civil engineering and urban planning. The Basel Institute of Science certainly earns its reputation. Its faculty are all accomplished scientists and engineers in their own right. Yep, lots of famous people come to study and lecture here. Professor Callahan's a real celebrity too. He's a real whiz when it comes to mechanical engineering. He's the brain behind the military's new weapons. Last I heard, though, his new big proposal got shot down in favor of someone else's. He didn't really take that very well. But he's bounced back from what I can tell. He's really putting his all into his new project. I'm really humbled to get to work with so many hard-working and talented people. Okay, so my first thing is, obviously, the last one kind of rubs the wrong way. Makes military's new weapons. That's already kind of like a potential red flag. It's like a yellow flag. I wouldn't say it's a red flag, because there's still people that mean well, and there's the people that go like, hey, it's not about what you make, it's about how people use it. You don't blame the scientist, you blame the consumer or whatever. But this getting shot down in favor of someone else's, didn't take it well, and then going all in on a new project makes me feel like he could be pushing a bunch of people to a bunch of the other people that are working on it too far.
Hardworking and talented people can still be assholes. Are they good people is what we're asking.
Could you maybe have phrased that a little less aggressively?
No, he makes a point. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. You were a big help.
And just one more is what I would say if I hadn't even checked out the second floor beforehand. Oh, you! I worry for her, I really do. But I just don't have the time to check up on her. Next time I see her, I think I'll recommend her these vitamins I like. I was on the advisory board for them, actually. I do wonder about how she's the only woman on her team. I don't want her to feel afraid to speak her mind on things. Okay, so you don't really have much to say, which is kind of interesting and something to take note of. Oh shit, you're just in here now. Interesting. Oh man, the Epstein tour was out of this world! I gotta see some vintage memory quartz in there. How far we've come, huh? I didn't know that photos and videos were first developed for astronomy. But soon enough, it branched out into other things, and that led to orbital film as we know them today. It's just so cool to see how the medium took off. Glad to see you're having fun. You bet. I know you're busy with work and all, but you should see the sights yourself, Agnes. I heard the Institute has the largest astral observatory in all of Calvard. I really want to go and see that now. Would we even be allowed inside? Oof! Oh, that was like a bad burp. Even be allowed inside, though.
I've heard much about the Institute of Science, and I must say it does live up to its reputation. It's the highest seat of learning in Calvard, after all. You have many of the country's brightest minds all under one roof. We won't be able to see the entire thing in one trip, but I hope I can at least catch the highlights while we're here. Highlights.
Oh, and now for the broski.
Yo, Julian, did you guys look at that researcher who just walked by? She was a total knockout. She had that sciencey look to her with the glasses and that messed up hair. It's not just me dreaming, is it? We've got to be a match.
Huh? Sorry, but I have no idea what you're on about. Is she more beautiful than the aerotram attendant you were fawning over half an hour ago?
Dude, everybody here is a 10. There's something about this town, I swear. It's awakening something in me.
Lyle, maybe quit while you're ahead.
I always assumed the Institute was full of dudes. I didn't know there'd be so many chicks here. And man, some of them are bombshells. Alright, that settles it. I'm applying to this place.
So,
You know, maybe we could go and pick up some more chicks.
Alright. I don't know why, but whenever I think of, like... Whenever I see the word chicks in particular, I have that one, like, portrait from Deltarune of just Burger Pants. Where it just does like a zoom in and it just like just distorts his face as he just says like chicks. And the thing is that there isn't like voice acting in that, but it just like you can tell the freaking way you're supposed to read it when like his entire portrait just changes along with it. It's so funny. Oh, Tane, you're the other dude.
Network engineering is my forte, but I do a lot of work with the civil engineering guys too. Earthquake resistance, grid planning, that sort of thing. Professor Callahan,
Yeah, it's gotta be Callahan, right? Or something like that.
in particular, he's been a big help to me. He's been awfully irritable lately, but he's a good person deep down. Maybe he just needs a drink or two to unwind.
Yeah, that doesn't raise any red flags.
The orbital network is essential infrastructure now, and cities need to be designed around it. Network signals need to reach every nook and cranny of the city. So that's lots of cables, lots of antennas, lots of planning. The computer science students here have been a big help with modernizing the grid.
Interesting. Naruhodo. Naruhodo.
One of my papers was published in the Scientific Journal Formula last month. It was about a hypothetical social experiment where you gather big data from personal computers and use data science to crunch the numbers. I'm honored that the scientific community received it so well. Even Professor Cronkite gave it a thumbs up. I still want to explore that concept some more though. I really want to use one of the giant orbital calculators they have in the labs here. I just can't, and that really grinds my gears.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Indeed.
I want to put my paper to practice with some simulations, but consumer-grade computers just don't have the power for it. I tried making a super optimized program for the number crunching I need, but that still wasn't enough.
If freshmen, I have to wait for those.
Really dying to get my hands on one of those huge orbital calculators.
Okay.
Intriguing. What about you, Liz? Kind of freaking me out nowadays. All the other professors say he's a really nice guy, though. They talked about how he used to help mentor younger researchers at the Institute. Are they really talking about the same guy, though? All I get from him are evil glares, like he's fed up with me already. Yeesh. Seeing those wide-eyed RMS students visiting brings back memories. I came to visit when I was younger, just like them. Crazy how young they look. I'm only 2 or 3 years older than them. I wonder if I looked that young when I visited too. Their uniforms are really cute. Maybe that's what it is. Wait, am I ogling them? No, bad thoughts, bad thoughts! No lusting after the kids. At least you're shoving those thoughts at the back of your mind there. What else we got to? Librarian Venter. Oh my god, Venter, he's from Among Us! Plenty of papers. Papers! And with Claire,
Plenty of students and faculty come his way.
alright.
Can we talk?
What you got, pal?
Huh? A power-tripping professor, you say? Well, if it were anybody, I'd put my mind on Cronkite. He's awfully quick to dismiss people. Haughty, in a word. Kind and helpful aren't exactly synonymous with him. At least from what I've seen and heard.
I see. Have you heard anything about any of the other professors that might relate to these allegations?
Let me think now. Well, I can't see Professor Orly.
Oh my god. Orly doing. I'm never gonna get this one. It needs to be said aloud, or I'm never gonna get it. Or I'm just gonna have to look it up online and hope that Google has a good pronunciation.
She's just a bundle of sunshine, not a mean bone in her body. Sometimes I even see her and here picking up research materials for her students. Then there's Professor Callahan. He always made a point of helping out his assistants. He's certainly not a bad person in my view, but he's gotten a bit of a bad rap after his work went south.
Thank you for sharing your experience with us. We greatly appreciate it.
Alright, think we've combed this area pretty well. Sit down, try piecing together.
With space at the front of the institute, yeah, we can have some benches. Alright, cool. Yip-ba-da-boo-doo-ba-dee. We can even we can look over here in the distance. Let's get crack-a-lackin', shall we?
Well, that was pretty good. We got our hands on some nice info there.
We learned a lot of professors' names, too. There's Professor Callahan, the Engineering Science Authority, Professor Blah in the Chemistry Department, Professor Cronkite, a well-respected expert in physical and orbital engineering, and Professor Tane, an architectural researcher.
And then one Professor Esmeray over in Bio. They all sounded really capable, but of course the stat sheets don't tell the whole story. They all sounded like oddballs in their own right. I think we can pretty safely narrow the perp down to one of those 5.
I agree. We have pretty strong evidence to suggest that.
Alright, let's take our evidence from the top then. All the people we talked to, all the testimonies they all had this one thing in all the testimonies they all had this one thing in common.
I see what you mean. They tried to downplay, no. They had been threatened by the abuser. They didn't name them.
Not a single one named the culprit. Some of those guys knew who it was, but it kept sounding like they were too scared to name them. Would have made our job a hell of a lot easier if they just named the guy, but nope.
Yeah, now that you mention it, that is kind of weird. I can understand not wanting to be labeled a snitch, but it felt like there was more to it than that. They were afraid of the culprit, but you could tell they respected them too. They didn't want to sully this professor's good name.
And some people said the guy wasn't always like that. Something changed them. Probably the conflict over that proposal we heard about. Something about hard feelings.
Yeah.
That one guy said they had a crunch after the proposal fell through. Telltale sign of abuse to me.
Yeah. That does seem likely, though we can't say for certain what changed the professor's behavior. That would be a reasonable explanation. That said, no circumstance justifies such an abuse of power and status. This professor is truly incorrigible. So that's who you think the culprit is?
Yeah, you asked me, there's only one professor who fits the bill.
Number 1.
Professor Callahan's our guy.
He's one of the foremost authorities on engineering science, perhaps the smartest man in the whole field. I've seen him in the papers plenty of times before. He's always described as a savant. Notably, he helped modernize the military's weapons and equipment. And you always know that the person who is in charge of military stuff is a bad dude.
But he's got revenge on the mind, sounds like. Some other professor one-upped him, and that's got him pissed. Gotta readjust myself. I get it sucks, but you think a world-renowned scientist would be less childish about it. You know a thing or two about acting like a child, wouldn't you? I don't know, you usually call me a grandpa. Which is it, bud?
Is now the time? I mean, hey.
You keep...
I can't say that Van's wrong. You gotta pick one and stick to it. You can't call them both. So, what do we do now? We have all the recordings of the people we talked to. That all points to Professor Callahan being the suspect.
So, what's our next move? Do we hunt down our client next and give him the tapes? Nah, I'm thinking we get Professor Callahan's opinion on it without accusing him directly. We nudge him in the right direction and he might just turn himself in.
What do you mean? Simple. We tell him about these abuse rumors going around. We talk about all these exhausted students, and he connects the dots on his own. Failing that, well, we already know it's him. He's bound to figure out his reputation's on the line the more he hears about this. If he's smart, he'll fess up. So that's what we do. We give him a subtle little nudge, and he does all the work. And he does all the work Elsyme wanted for us. 2 birds with 1 stone right there.
That sounds really scheming. I'm not so sure we're the good guys all of a sudden. Well, it is a quintessentially Spriggan-like way of solving our problem.
Fine by me. To the power tripper's lab, then? Actually, where is it? I don't remember seeing it while we were taking our tour.
I suspect it's in the special research building. We need some form of clearance to enter, of course. We passed by a door with a guard in front earlier. They won't let any normal civilian inside. I suspect we would need an A-rank card at the very least. It was hard enough to get us a C-rank card. I think getting an A-rank one is off the table. What should we do then? Maybe wait for him to leave the building and ambush him?
Nah, old Van's the man with a plan. All that matters is that we get inside the building. Doesn't matter how we do it. And being a Spriggan, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve.
Van, you're kind of scaring me with that smile there. We defer to you. What's your strategy, Master Spriggan?
So first, we just roll up onto the building like anybody else would. Once we get there, we convince the guard to let us in. Just act naturally and we're golden. Alright, solve the request at the Institute. That's still our objective here. Up. Save just in case there's a dialogue option or something, you never know. Excuse me, is this where we can find Professor Callahan? We're here to speak with him.
Right, yes. May I see your card, sir?
Of course. Van handed over a certification card. C rank. I'm sorry, but I can't let you in without the proper security clearance. If you don't mind me asking, what business do you have with him to begin with? Glad you asked. We're here on behalf of the Principality of Elsyme. We figured there was an appointment for us, but we just now found out that they didn't set anything up. Sorry for the inconvenience. We wanted to inquire about Professor Callahan's new research. It caught our investors' interest. His findings have seismic implications. Even the Zypha revolution would be small potatoes compared to this. So we looked into meeting with him and collaborating on his research. Only to learn that Marduk was interested in the same thing, so now we've got ourselves a 3-way partnership here.
I am here on the Marduk Company's behalf. I'm a concierge in their employ.
These two are a devious-ass con combo. Like, you know, Rosette seems like she's more of an upstanding individual, and she wouldn't be up for this, but no, she's just a devious individual herself. She just goes along with whatever bullshit Van's cooking up, and it's kind of incredible, honestly.
So, you're meeting with him to discuss a grant, is that right? I'm a bit surprised to hear both Elsyme and Marduk are collaborating on this, but, well, stranger things have happened, I guess. I apologize for the inconvenience. That said, who are these children with you? Surely they're not employees.
Pardon? I'm not a kid, I'm just short.
They're associates of an Elsyme VIP, pardon them. They're here on Elsyme's behalf as well, as they were looking to sit in on our meeting. This is a little awkward, though. We came all the way from Elsyme just to get turned away at the door on a technicality. I'm not sure what to tell them when we get back home. I really am sorry. There's clearly some kind of a mix-up here. Your arrangement might have been lost in the shuffle with all the Arma students visiting. You must have been issued the same rank card as them by mistake. I'll go clear this up with Professor Callahan. 1 minute, please. Of course, we'll be waiting. You sure you're okay with him calling your bluff? Of course. Who's he to turn down grant money? This ain't what we're really here for, but he just asked to take the bait. Thank you for your patience. Damn, that was quick. That took you like 3 seconds, dude. The professor would like to meet with you at once. Go right in. Thank you very much. That was cake.
Can't believe you managed to deceive your way past someone again.
Hey, nothing I said was a lie. Not my fault if someone else takes what I said the wrong way. Bet you tell yourself that every time, huh? Yeah, he must be a real pro at this.
I mean, it's not something to be proud of.
As your sudden embarrassment suggests. I wish you would at least stop to think about the bad influence you might be having on Fairy.
So you're trying to blame all of this on me, are you?
Eh?
Not at all. I'm in no way trying to suggest your latest research is the cause.
Oh shit.
If anything, the approach you're taking with your latest project rather fascinates me.
Does it now?
Oppressive man.
That being said, work on my own project has reached a critical juncture. I cannot afford any issues with net traffic at this time.
That certainly sounds like blame to me, Cronkite. You may be one of Professor Hamilton's students, but that doesn't give you the right to...
And that proves that he's a cool guy.
So sorry for the delay.
Oh.
Who the devil are you? This is a restricted area, you know.
Not to worry, we have permission to be here. Can either of you direct us to Professor David Callahan's office?
Ah, so you're the ones I just heard about. We're finished here, Cronkite. Now if you would all follow me.
Professor Cronkite and Callahan. Funny running into you guys. Oh shit, it's them. Whoops.
We could say the same thing.
Mr. Arkwright, do you have business here?
Catre. What are you doing here, Cilician? And who are these people with you?
They are students here on the educational visitation from the capital. I've been assisting them since their stay. Professor Cronkite was gracious enough to extend us an invitation to visit him when we happen to see each other in town. So he asked Mr. Cilician if he can lead the way.
I do not believe I invited anyone but you, nor did I imply we should meet quite this soon. But I suppose chasing you away here would be more work than humoring you. Very well, follow me.
Really?
It would be nothing short of incredible to see your work up close, Professor Cronkite.
Well, we'll get out of your hair now. We apologize for the interruption. I can see that you're very busy, but it would be a pleasure to speak more on another occasion, Professor Callahan.
Oh, I suppose that can be arranged.
Always with the winks.
Must be nice to have enough free time to spend on such frivolous nonsense as educational visitations. Well, come with me. I want to make this brief. Of course, Professor.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
I'd like to listen in on this conversation too, if you don't mind. As their guide, I suspect it has everything to do with me.
Busted. The two guys. Aaron.
10-minute break. Do not return late.
Aaron just going full cat mouth mode and Van just looking to the side, both with like freaking closed eyes. And then Rosette was just looking there like, oops. Also, only a 10-minute break. I'm saying not to be late. That is,
Excuse us.
Huh. Quite the sluggish and sad individuals. Big ass stuff in this room.
David Callahan.
As you know, my name is David Callahan.
Okay, good. I wasn't messing it up. I actually knew someone with the name Callahan before, but I didn't know if it would be like the same pronunciation. You never know with these type of things. Sometimes you can have the same spelling and yet not the same pronunciation.
I believe you're here to talk about Elsheim and Marduk investing in my research. That makes for a very interesting combination, if you don't mind me saying. What exactly led to this?
So are we still bullshitting our way through this, or are we bringing up the actual truth of the matter?
Is that what you were told?
There seems to have been a misunderstanding then. Oh, okay, we're just going for the jugular. Look at Catre's face. Dude is, like, not amused whatsoever here. We are currently working for Elsheim, and we do have a Marduk employee with us, but that's all.
What?
We're currently in the middle of an investigation, you see, and a lead happened to bring us here. Wanted to follow up on a rumor that some extreme abuse of power has been taking place in a laboratory here. That's the face of a guy who's got something to tell. Who asked you to investigate this? Couldn't tell you. Didn't leave their name. They did tell us all about what's been happening. We've heard all about the ridiculous workloads and insane hours they and their colleagues have been forced to endure. About how they're never allowed any rest, are woefully underpaid, and how they receive vicious, constant verbal abuse from their superior. Even to the point that somebody collapsed from overwork and has been driven to the brink of suicide. That's just... We have all the testimony and evidence we need to act if that's what it comes to. But we thought it better to come and hear your thoughts first. Excuse me.
It's not too late to turn things around. So many people we spoke to were quick to say that you weren't always like this. They mentioned how they almost had trouble believing just what you'd become. We could see how afraid people are of you now, and how they dislike what you've become. But at the same time, we could see how deeply they respect you, too.
We're not heroes of justice like the cops or the guild. We're just about finding common ground and putting things to rights. As long as you're willing to work with us, we can...
That is enough! Don't talk to me about respect and then immediately resort to blackmail. I cannot believe one of my assistants would try to set me up like this. Unbelievable. I gave them a golden chance to help me obtain glory beyond their imagination. And this is how they choose to repay me!
Uh-oh, is it the Genesis? How could you say that?
You know we've got evidence of what you're doing, right? Sure you want to pick this fight?
Do what you will with your evidence. All I have to do is cover it up. No one's gonna believe some lowly assistants over an esteemed professor.
Professor.
I am one, no, 2 mere steps away from completing my research, and they pick now to sabotage my efforts?
You know, the fact that he corrected himself to 2 definitely gives me big ol' red flags. Like, what the hell does he mean by that one?
Very well. Then damn the human cost. I'll start working them to the bone to make up for their...
Just listen to yourself, Professor. What has gotten into you?
Good question.
You used to be so kind and supportive. Professor Hamilton held you in such high regard. Even though I was one of her students, you would still take the time to look after me. I just can't understand why all you do lately is spit in the face of her achievements.
Real.
Quatre. I suspected as much.
Sorry. That's a private matter between us. But please, at least stop and think about how you're treating the people who work under you. They took their positions because they dreamed of being like you. Don't belittle them or their work.
Oh shit, I'm getting a call, sorry.
Salesian. Don't tell me what I can and can't do, you third-rate apprentice!
You're just a third-rate apprentice with the fourth-rate deck.
Quatre! What do you think you're doing?
Listen, asshole.
You're talking to the famous David Callahan!
Aaron and Van looking at each other. What the hell are they about to
The
pull?
preeminent scholar of engineering science and military technology, who has long upheld the very foundation of this nation's national defense.
Also, I just wanted to point out, I know that Agnes is the healer and she kind of does it a lot, but I just want to say she was the first one that called out and ran up to Quatre. All I'm saying.
I've had enough of youngsters like
Oh my god, what the fuck is my dog doing?
Like they're above me after all I've achieved.
Awesome. Alright, sorry, I've got to pause the recording. I really don't want to do it during a scene like this. Okay, if I get interrupted one more time, I swear to Christ, I'm gonna end the recording as soon as this cutscene's over regardless, but I'm getting pissed. Oh. Youngsters like Cronkite and Esmeralda acting like they're above me after all I've achieved.
My latest research will propel Calvert to even greater heights, change the power balance of the entire continent.
I feel like I know this dude's VA. He kind of sounds like Pro ZD.
Why can no one understand just how much of a privilege it is to help with that?
Yeah, I can't tell who it is.
Professor.
Jeez. What an ass. Well, you're free to have whatever lofty goals you want. But I think we've had our 10 minutes, don't you?
Oh.
We came here to explain the situation and offer a solution we thought would benefit everyone. You're welcome to try and cover up all the evidence and testimonies we've gathered, but I promise you, it ain't gonna be easy. I think this is gonna make for the thumbnail, honestly. I just like this trio. Their colors, they're kind of like, I don't know why, I feel like they're the big three authorities currently in the Arkwright Solutions. The proper schemers and whatnot. If you're as close to this revolution as you claim to be, then I'd give it another thinking through if I were you.
I am done wasting time with you. I will be raising the issue of your illegal trespass and an appalling brazenness with Mr. Tossend. I admit that I may have been a little too harsh. But as long as you intend to clean to Professor Hamilton instead of aiming for something more, I have no interest in you.
What do you mean? I mean, Hamilton's like one of the greatest inventors and greatest minds in all of Zemeria. Like, I mean, I'd think cleaning to something like that isn't a bad thing.
Unless you now see the benefits of developing your talents under me after all. I would wager that would be a far better use of your time than waiting like a little girl for an old woman who's long gone.
Excuse me. Catre! Pardon us.
What an ass. I said it once, I'll say it again. What a dickhead. Thorough.
Like a little girl.
There you are.
So this is what it looks like inside, huh?
So I guess Catre probably has some identity issues or got bullied for his physique or something like that. It's hard to tell. Like, he clearly has some deep-rooted problems with, like, something related to like, gender identity or something like that. I don't know if it's, like, it could just be typical bullying, like, hey, you look like a girl or something like that, but I don't know. There's a lot of ways it could go.
It's so cool seeing the observatory. Is that the telescope?
That's right. Professor Hamilton had it specially made.
Damn.
I'm sorry you had to witness that earlier, but I'm impressed you knew where to find me.
Just had a feeling.
We're happy to forget what we saw as long as you forget about us forcing our way into the research building.
Van, behave.
You can go ahead and have a seat over there. I'll go make us some tea. Think I'm more of a donuts and coffee guy myself.
Van?
Sorry.
So, there aren't actually any astronomy professors here?
Not at the moment. I'm the only one who comes here every day right now.
But there was a time when quite a few researchers and students who all adored Professor Hamilton would come. Even Professor Callahan would from time to time. Oh. He never used to be like he is now. He's always seen Professor Hamilton as a rival, sure. But it used to be the friendly kind of rivalry that was beneficial to both sides. He taught me so much, too. He really must have changed then.
Yeah, from that to the uptight, abusive asshole we saw earlier, some kind of fall.
Professor Hamilton left the Republic 2 years ago, if I recall.
And you're one of her students.
That's right.
I owe more to her than I can ever hope to repay.
I've been looking after the observatory in her house since she left the country. Though, I think it's debatable whether I'm doing a good job of it.
And her house. That's definitely the purple one at the top of the hill that we saw.
The CEO of Vern, Mr. Tossend, is also one of the directors of the Institute's board. And he told me that he's considering shutting this place down because so few people are using it.
Oh no.
So that's why you've been doing all kinds of miscellaneous tasks to score points with them.
That's awful.
I really am sorry about earlier, though. I ended up interfering in your investigation by jumping in, didn't I? If I hadn't said anything...
Don't sweat it. We ended up getting some useful info out of that whole hell outburst. My guess is you've noticed this by now, too. But his piss-poor attitude isn't the only bad thing going on with him.
You really think so? I have the same feeling. It would explain why someone so respected stoops to such irrational behavior.
Feels like the question is, what is he trying to do that he's so... blah, 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 that he's willing to go so far off the deep end for it?
Maybe...
Agnes looked down to the bottom left, making me think that a Genesis is involved somehow. Maybe that's part of his research, is he's trying to use the Genesis to do something.
The computer hardware in his laboratory was state-of-the-art.
What was that? What was it called? Devastation Protocol is like the name of the chapter, something like that? Or Destruction Protocol, something. It was something bad and then Protocol.
I suspect he's using it to perform vast calculations. The kind that would be equally difficult to properly manage.
I agree. I've never seen a simulation of this extent before, and it seemed even that wasn't getting the results he wanted. He couldn't be. No, but that would...
I see now.
Rosette knows a lot of shit. Well, we better keep an eye on that guy for a while. We ain't in Basel for that long, but we're gonna be here for the next couple of days at least. Feels like we can afford to scratch each other's backs a bit, yeah? Whether that CEO wants us to or not.
Alright. I do have my doubts about you, but I believe that Agnes is worthy of my trust. So if anything comes up, I'll be sure to let you know. To keep what the professor left behind safe, if nothing else.
Nothing comes from being honest with yourself, you know?
We'll be counting on you, Catre.
Sure seems like he's being honest with himself to me. Not trusting you is the right call.
Oh, you are very much in the same boat with how boorish you are.
Excuse me? Trying to pick a fight, kiddo?
That's only proving my point, you know.
He's so real for that. Just staring. She's really interested in that, isn't she?
Are you interested in the telescope?
I was just wondering what it's like, that's all.
It's only past 5 o'clock, so we won't be able to get a great view of the stars quite yet. But come with me, you still might be able to get a good view of the great shaded triangle.
Really? Yay!
And off they go.
Aww.
Of course, the two kids of the group would hit it off. We have 3 of them. You're also still a damn kid from my perspective. You're like 4 years different. Now you're just flipping what he already did to you back on its head. By the way, Agnes, was it just me or did you seem surprised by something when that professor was shouting up a storm? Oh, he noticed that.
It wasn't just you.
Yep. Had a feeling.
So it picked then of all times to shine. It's not doing it now, though. Do you think it could just be a coincidence?
You gotta wonder. Not like it'd be the first time it's shown at an odd time, like when we first ran into Grimcat.
Whoa!
True.
What's this room for?
Oh, hey.
Odette? What brings you all here? Found you! We've been looking for all of you.
Oh.
We couldn't find you anywhere in the main building, so we wondered if you might be here.
Sorry for putting you guys out.
Well, not all of us are here for you. So this is their giant telescope. I've seen one in the Imperial Museum too, but it's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can we take a look through it?
It's nice seeing this place this lively again. It's been so long.
Aw. Catre seems like a real nice guy. I hope things pan out well for him. Also leads me to wonder how he's gonna end up going with us. I can think of a few ways, but Rosette has really been thinking a lot this time around. She's got to have some, like, major stuff on her mind overall. Interesting. He stayed up at the Institute. Well, we'll be going back to our hotel now.
Sure thing. Try not to stay up too late just because no one's keeping an eye on you.
I kind of thought that Catre would just be coming down here with us, but then he would just go to Hamilton's house or something. I thought that would just be where he lives or something. That telescope was amazing, though, wasn't it? I wish we could have had another look at it before we left. How about you come and walk around with us some more on the last day, Fairy? We'd love to have you. Really? Your work sounds amazing, so I'd like that a lot.
I'll just leave playtime to the kids then. I'm more in the market for a place catered to adults. Hell, you want to join in on the fun, Four Eyes? I would never go to such a place.
Sure. That sounds like it'd be kind of fun in its own way. Hey, yo. It was nice to finally meet the famous Rosette, too. Maybe we could talk about some more another... Oh, yes. I would like that very much indeed. Yay, then it's happening.
Did you notice? Yeah. Managed to learn anything on your own? I'm afraid not. We heard something interesting from that genius professor, but that's about it. I'm not gonna have much free time here, however, so I'm going to have to leave it to that nose of yours this time. Dumping all the work on me, huh? Great.
Ah, here's the tram. Then we bid you all farewell. I should be able to meet you tomorrow morning at around 8 o'clock. I know it's a little early for good nights, but I hope you all have one regardless.
Same to you. See you tomorrow.
Sleep tight. Aaron and Rosette are too cool for that. Hand wave. I miss the classic hand wave. Don't see it as much in this game.
So, what's eating away at you, phony maid?
Huh?
Finally breaching this, huh? Is something up?
Can't hide a thing from him.
I appreciate how, like, there's so many people in this. Like, we have a clear divide of, like, half of the people in this game that just know everything that's going on and just pick up on the littlest things. And then we have the other half that are just totally clueless and are constantly on the reaction squad.
I should have realized I wouldn't be able to keep my concerns a secret. To tell you the truth, I'm getting a peculiar sense of déjà vu from what's happening here in Basel.
Déjà vu?
I've been in this place before. Your main job's being a concierge, but you also handle crisis management all over the country, right?
Oh. Okay, never mind. Maybe she isn't, like, a shut-in. Maybe I was going the wrong route with that. I thought maybe, like, she was just, like, constantly working a desk job and just didn't really get much time to go out or something like that.
So, which does this OrbitalNet and distribution network issue make you think of more? Liberl 6 years ago or Crossbow 4 years ago?
Oh, shit. We going in deep for this.
You're proving perceptive and knowledgeable beyond belief.
Coming from you? I'm sure I've heard of both of those things before, but...
Yeah, I think Sal's mentioned them at some point too. The former was when all orbital power was shut off by the appearance of an ancient floating city.
The Oriole.
The latter was when the orbital network was used to perform a man-made miracle. I never witnessed them firsthand, so there's a lot of gaps in what I know. But both were caused by things you wouldn't think could exist. Man, I think you'd made both events up if I didn't know better. I know it happened 1.5 years ago in Crossbell, and that's just as batshit on paper.
Oh, when the whole continent was hacked or whatever the word was?
I'm afraid I can't answer most of your questions because they would contain classified information.
Uh-huh.
However,
we'll get that eventually regardless.
This may end with a crisis different from the ones that Mr. Arkwright mentioned.
Huh?
Well, Miss Perfect's Genesis started glowing again. There's bound to be something. No way this ends without giving us a headache. Yeah, we're gonna need to be ready for trouble. And make it double. You gotta head out somewhere now, right? I'll come with you if you want.
Again, you are perceptive beyond belief.
We might have only met in person recently, but I've known you for a real long time now. Whenever you stumble on a major problem, Bruin, you gotta report it to HQ, right?
Correct. What is happening here certainly falls under Code E of our regulations. But I see no harm in having someone with me during my report.
You know, I did realize that I'm glad that we're getting some Rosette focus here, because something I haven't shown yet is that the chapter, you know, how the frickin' title screen changes for each chapter. I haven't shown it yet, but it has both one for Catre and it has one for Rosette on this one. Like, it's kind of like a double whammy chapter, it seems like that. Which makes sense, because I feel like Rosette is too big of a... She's, like, too big of a question mark for us to even handle in this game, I feel like. The whole thing with, like, Marduk seems like it's too big of a can of beans to be opened, even. In the first game of the series, about... First game of the arc, sorry. First game of Calvard. Like, most of these others, I feel like, yeah, we're gonna get around to it soon enough. But with her, it's like, Marduk seems like a very, like, question mark company to begin with. And, like, as I've said before, they have their hands in so many pots that it's hard to imagine them not just having some shady shit going on. And, like I said, they got Gramhart into the goddamn celestial globe. Like, if that isn't, like, a big question mark that shit's going down, then I don't know what is.
We could also patrol the area at the same time. Does that sound all right?
More than all right. Let's get going.
Wait.
It's not just you two here, you know. Don't even think of leaving us out. I don't mind taking one of you, but the others are gonna have to stay behind. Someone will need to be available if Agnes or that boy we met decide to call.
Right, that makes sense. One of these again, huh?
Fine, then come on. Who are you taking?
They can be swapped out later using the computer in the hotel room. Yeah, we're taking Aaron. I'm not really gonna... I just like this trio, and Aaron's just one of my more favorite characters here. I do think... I don't know. It's also just kind of funny to tell Fairy to stay home and go to bed or something like that, because it's past her bedtime.
So, where do we have to go to even give this report? Your company HQ's so far away, I would have thought you'd just call them.
There's a bit of a process involved for security reasons. For starters, we need to leave the city toward the canyon. This needn't take priority over any other work you would like to do, however.
I see now. Got it. We'll head over once we've walked around a little then.
Wow. Got a lot of stuff to cover if we really want. Damn! Okay, we've got some insane NPC rounds to take care of here, it would seem. Oh, this is how we go to the canyon, huh?
Ladder launch!
Okay, so yeah, so that's how we freaking set out and whatnot.
Ladder launch!
We have a 4SPG, Scroll of Hard Knocks. Alright. Well, I don't think we're gonna get a better stopping point than this. I'd say that's a lot that happened this episode overall. I mean, we spent a decent amount on that RC side quest, which is a really fun time, by the way. But overall, we had all that stuff that happened at the Institute that was kind of crazy. We got some good background on Catre. We got to learn about frickin' Callahan and the shit that's clearly brewing with that guy. And yeah.
Very well.
I'm just interested in seeing how this chapter ends up going. I think that there's a lot of ways I could see it going, but I'm very interested to see where things go with Catre and also with Rosette here. I didn't expect to get any major developments with her, but we're at least getting something in this chapter, which is really nice, honestly. Despite the fact that I really liked her introduction last chapter, overall she was kind of just chilling, you know? She was kind of going about her own business and just kind of helping out, having a cool scene to start things off, and then she was just kind of along for the ride. She kind of just showed up like a... She just kind of showed up in like a whirlwind and then was just kind of chilling with us. Which, again, I don't mind because I really do enjoy her character quite a bit. She's kind of been... I don't know how I'd rank her, honestly. Like I said, she's my favorite design of the main cast. Like, I love her design to bits. The art and everything, like, she's just extremely pretty and everything. And I very much enjoy the design, the hair color, the hairstyle and everything. It's just a really solid design, top to bottom. But overall, her personality-wise, I'd say, at first I actually thought that she was not too good and she was just kind of on the lower end, but like, you know, maybe above like Agnes and Fairy or something. But, I mean, I guess technically she is still that because Catre hasn't joined us yet. But I think that she's just a very, she's just a very enjoyable character, and I've gotten to realize how enjoyable she is more as we've moved along here. She has a very good dynamic, and despite the fact that she kind of takes the backseat a lot of the time due to her occupation and demeanor, she still has a lot of really nice moments and adds a good spice to the dynamics that we already have. But yeah, overall, as I said, I'm excited to see where this chapter goes. And next time on Trails Through Daybreak, we're going to be taking care of a lot of NPCs, seeing what we have to do with the side quests we have around here. It looks like we've at least got one of them here. We've got, it seems, one side quest here. We've got a bunch of NPCs to talk to, and then we'll see what's happening out at Auge Canyon. Adios, ciao, and bye-bye. Signing off until next time. Ja, matane.